Alright guys, okay, I hope this setup is a lot better. I'm where my desk is and my actual room now in the condo. So behind me you see the bathroom. So I'm going to try this out. I'm using my husband's like phone stand, so hopefully this works out. And if you hear like noise in the background, I'm right by, like, my windows face out to my front, and because we have 2 stories, so I'm on the 2nd story right now, and they're doing like landscaping right now, and I think they're pretty much all to the other side of the complex, but if they're not, you might hear them in the background. I just got out of the shower, blow dried my hair, that's why it's like kind of poofy, but we'll just leave that. I wanted to go ahead and get on here and try out my Tarte products that I got yesterday and do a first impressions. I like doing first impressions live because then you guys can, this lighting's kind of like really bright. Maybe if I close this a little bit. Actually that's a lot better. Okay, not as bright. I like doing first impressions live because that's like a true first impression. Like, I can't edit anything out, so that's why I'm doing this today this way. And also just because my life's been so crazy, finding time to edit a video has been really hard. The only reason I'm really filming today even is because I'm off work, so this just makes it easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. And so yeah, this is the bag it came in. I just have everything in here, that way I just kept it organized. Not everything I do today on my face will be a first impression because, you know, I got the 7 items. So the primer I'm going to use today is a The Benefits Professional. Sorry, I just drank a bunch of coffee too. So I'm going to use this just because my pores have been like really big lately, and I don't know, it's just because, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm almost 30. I'm 30 in like 7 months, so maybe that's why. And so I don't know, I'm just going to use this to kind of fill in my pores, just a little bit on my hand and rubbing it together. And you know, I need to set up my mirror. I'll do that after I do this. So I like to put it right here because my pores are pretty large right in this area. And then I put it over my nose because I have some texture on my nose. And then I bring it down my chin because I have a little bit of pores down here. They're not as prominent. And then I'll go in again with the same amount and put it on my forehead because I got pores up there. Basically like the T-zone area, which is like right here. It's like a T. So yeah. Some under my nail. I love this primer. It smells so good. It smells really like clean, and then it just feels really soft on my skin. Okay, let me set up my mirror. So I was kind of just using my phone as my mirror, but I'm still trying to set up my vanity area. We were gonna have like the whole office and just put both desks in there, but I just decided to put it in here because in the 2nd room, there's actually a slider. It's not just windows, and in this room it's just like the windows. Sorry, it's a little bit in the view. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so my primer is on. I also already moisturized. I moisturized like right after the shower because your skin like soaks it up really well like right after the shower. Yes, my shirt says that's what she said. It was my friend Hannah's shirt while we got ready for her wedding. So was it her wedding or her bachelorette party? One of the 2. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do today is my foundation, and as we saw yesterday, it's a Tarte gel foundation. It comes in a jar like this. I'm not sure how I feel about the jar, to be honest. I kind of wish it was like in a bottle with a pump. Okay, you probably hear dogs barking. My across the way neighbors, the dogs are always on the patio, and they're so loud. But anyways, so it's a jar. It didn't come with like a spatula or anything. It just kind of comes like this. I kind of, just for hygiene reasons, I wish I had like a spatula to dig it out because I don't really want to put my finger in there. Maybe I will have to today. You know what I'll do? I will take the end of a brush because those are clean. And I'm just going to take it out and put it on the back of my hand. And I don't think I need that much, because when I tested out on my hand yesterday, I needed, okay, that's a lot, but I don't know how to get it off. Yeah, I don't know if I like the jar. Okay, it's tapping off. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on the back of my hand. Just like that. So I have about that much. It's usually my normal, that seems like a little bit more than just like a full pump. So I'm gonna do that. I think this is pretty much my color, and it might be a little bit on the peachy side. It says neutral though, so I'm surprised it has an undertone of peach. But I didn't want to go too light. I don't know. I hate shopping online, as I said yesterday. But anyways, I'm gonna take this NYX Pore Professional brush. It came with the liquid drop foundation, and I used this the other day because I've been testing out another foundation. It's a high-end one. The is it the Estee Lauder Double Wear? And I used it with the brush because the people at the counter said do not use it with the sponge because it'll just soak it all up. So I'm using it with the brush, and this consistency like reminds me of the Double Wear when I first tried it. So I'm just gonna dip in here just a little bit. I don't want too much on there. I want to see how far that will go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending that onto my face. When I tried this on my hands yesterday, it set really fast. So I'm just gonna work in small sections and just kind of buff it in. I'm gonna tap right here where I want extra coverage because of the discoloration. Make sure you get my ears, especially because I think the color might be a little off. It looks pretty good right now, actually. Go ahead and blend that in. Okay, let's see. That is one layer, that little dip that I did. It looks pretty, it's like light to medium coverage. It's not full. I'm sure I can probably build it up, but let's go ahead and move on to the other side of my face. It just looked more even on that side, so I'm gonna take the same amount, and I still have some on my hand, and just blend it out. And it smells like nice. It doesn't really have like a strong scent, but it smells like clean. Yeah, it does set like really fast though, so you gotta work quickly. And I can see like if I used a beauty blender, I feel like it would really, when I get it in my hair, soak it up really fast, just because it does set fast on my forehead. I love this brush because it doesn't leave streak marks and it doesn't shed at all, which I was really expecting it to, just because it's like, it's a NYX brush and I love NYX products, but you know, they have that price tag for a reason. I mean, they are cheaper than most products, and so I just expect them to shed, but this brush is actually really good and it's nice and heavy, which I think I mentioned in a video before. Okay, so it's definitely light coverage. It is kind of clinging to some of my dryness on my forehead, but it does look really nice. I'm gonna get in the corner right here. And there's no streak marks. It sets really fast, and it's almost kind of like a powdery finish. It is very, it seems matte to me. Kind of want to go in with like a second layer and see how, if it covers more. I think the color is pretty good. It's kind of hard to see. I'm just on my iPhone right now. It's kind of hard to see if it's like I don't think it oxidized at all, actually. It looks pretty though. Yeah, it's definitely pretty. It definitely did cover. It's just like a buildable coverage. Let's see how much I can build it up. Let me grab a little bit more. The jar is like glass. It's nice and heavy, which I like. Okay, just a little bit more. It's probably equivalent to 2 pumps if I was using like my Healthy Elixir foundation, which I still really like. It's more of like a dewy finish. I really do like that foundation, especially because my skin is kind of dry right now. So just a little bit. I'm gonna go back over and see how this builds. And I did not watch any review videos on this foundation or any of these products before I did this video because I want to really like a true first impression. So if you're wondering, I did not. So I'm doing the second layer and I'm definitely getting more coverage and it's not moving around this foundation that I already put on, which I really like. Take the other, kind of just pat it around where I want more coverage. The more I use this and just get used to how to use it, the more I really like it actually. I like that it sets to like that powder finish because I don't feel like I need to powder my face, which lately I have not been into powder my face just because it looks way too powdery and I'm also out of setting spray right now. So I don't have anything to like kind of take that powderiness look away. So I like that it sets like that so I don't have to like over powder it. Okay, let me look close. Yeah, I really like this. This reminds me a lot of the Double Wear. They both set, oh my gosh. They both set kind of quickly into that powdery finish. And it's definitely buildable. Now I feel like I'm full coverage. Awesome. Okay, I really like that foundation. That will be like a good weekend foundation, not a foundation like I would wear to work. Unless like I had an important meeting or something. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so I had this contour brush, which is the flat like kabuki style. It is super, super soft. I love the handle. It's like, you can tell it's real wood. And it's just nice. It's nice and soft. So I'm going to go ahead and contour with this. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Contour in Cool. I love this because you can kind of pick what kind of colors you want or you can mix it all together. I've used this before. I'm going to kind of go in and just like mix. And there's a little bit of color. I want to mix just because it's like the quad. Tap off extra. I don't want to look too contoury. Okay. Alright, so. Woo! See, it picks up a lot of product. And you saw me, I tapped off a lot. But the brush does fit into that cheekbone really nicely. Gosh. You know what? I forgot to do my concealer. Okay, well, let's just finish with this and then we'll do concealer. And then I'm bringing out the rest just on my forehead. I'm not gonna re-dip just because it does pick up a lot of product. So as you see, it still transferred like color. I don't know if you can actually see, but I can see that it still brought color up to my forehead. I like this because it's really precise. Just bring it down the neck. Awesome. My brush is, I'm surprised how much product it picked up. Gonna knock it off because it's a lot. It's so soft and it really blends it out nicely. Let the cheek jiggle. And then bring it up on my forehead. Oh my gosh, I can like sleep with this brush. It's so soft. Like I wish my pillow felt like that. Okay. Okay, I like the brush a lot. Because you can also do it down the sides of the nose. Wow. Yay, Tarte. Tarte is one of my favorite brands, I think. Also because like they're cruelty free. Their stuff is vegan for the most, right? I'm pretty sure most of their stuff is like vegan and cruelty free, which I really like. That's cool. Does it say? I don't know if it is. Okay, well I can look on the boxes. I'm pretty sure it is though. So I forgot to conceal, so let me do that really quick. I don't really need to conceal that much because that foundation did a really good job. I'm just taking my Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Concealer. I'm just gonna do the corners right here because it's a little bit of discoloration. I'm just gonna take this beauty blender because it's right here and pat that in. I don't do concealer like every day. That's why I always seem to like kind of forget it. I just do it on like the weekends mostly, or if I'm going out, or if I'm just really tired and I'm about to go to work, then I'll use it. Okay, the concealer went over the foundation really nicely. I like it. Okay, there's something in my throat. It's tickling me. Okay, next we have the Tarte Gleam Team Highlighter. There's a cream and there's a liquid, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this just so you can see. This cap is like glittery. It's really pretty. At first I just thought it was the handle. I thought it was just this one side, but it is two-sided. And it's like kind of like a lipstick tube. You can push it up and you get a good amount of product, which reminds me of the Tarte, the foundation. There's a fluid ounce, so that's pretty standard for foundations. And this has a lot of product in there. That's gonna last me a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this probably like near the top more, and then, or let me swatch it actually. This is in the color cream. Well, it just says the cream side, I don't know. I guess the color is Gleam Team, I'm not sure. Maybe I just had one. So there it is. It's nice and subtle, but it's still like, you can still tell it's a highlight. This lighting is terrible, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really pretty though. And then it blends out really easily with my finger. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of do it right there. It's really creamy. Oh. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. It's pretty. Oh, I'm so sorry, my lighting is like terrible. It blends really easily and it's nice and like natural looking. Maybe if I just close this. And you guys can probably hear. But see, even with my blinds closed, you can still see it. But in like real life, it looks pretty natural. I'm just gonna keep those closed actually. And then there's also the liquid side, which is like a doe foot applicator. And let's swatch that. It's like sheer. It's not super opaque, but it's nice and pretty. So you can see it right there. Let me blend it out with my finger. All of these products blend really easily, and it is also very natural still. It's not like a boom highlight in your face. It's very natural. It's kind of like the lit from within look, if you're going for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that kind of over where I put the other highlighter. Just tap it right there on the high points. Just because it isn't very like bright, I'm actually gonna use this brush for it and kind of just dab it out. I would probably go over it again with like my Anastasia highlighter kit or just a different highlight, because I like something that shows up a little bit more. This is very subtle, but it is very pretty and it blends really easily. Under my nose. And it doesn't feel like greasy. It just feels like, I don't know, it's not like powder or anything, and it probably needs a little bit more time to set. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows, which I didn't get anything new for my eyebrows. I'm just gonna use my usual Anastasia dip brow in soft brown, which I don't think it's soft at all. If you get like a lot of product, they're back, on your brush, it's like a dark brown. So I'm not sure I would call it a soft brown. I wish I had more of an ashy brown, just gonna do this really quick. See how dark that is? I'm sure you guys can hear it now. But so far, we've lived here, oh my gosh, we've almost lived here for a month. And we live in a condo, so we have an HOA. And they've been pretty cool, actually, because we have trees outside our front, the pine cone trees. And so when it gets really windy, it'll like knock down, I'm sure you can hear that, I'm really sorry, all the pine needles, and they go everywhere on our patio. And the HOA actually came out, and they actually went on the roof and everywhere and picked up all the pine needles. And because I had raked them up in the front, and so I had piles, but they picked them up. It was so nice. So I was asking Heath to like throw the piles away that I made, and then we were outside cleaning the barbecue, and I was like, oh, thanks for picking up the pine needles. And he's like, I didn't do that, the HOA did. And I was like, oh, that's cool. If I was him, I would have taken the credit, but it's funny. So today, it's Thanksgiving week, so I've been in the mood to bake. I don't know why, but I really want to bake, and I'm dying to try and make a cheesecake. I don't know why, it just sounds really good to me. So I found a recipe for a chocolate cheesecake with strawberries, and my mom's gonna come over and my sister, we're gonna make it today. I'm actually making two because Thanksgiving we primarily spend with my in-laws, Heath's parents. But then on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we will be going to my aunt's after Heath is at work because unfortunately he has to work. So I'm making two cheesecakes, one for that and then one for my family. So they're gonna come over and help me make it because I've never made it before. And I'm kind of nervous. Okay, I'm gonna set my brows with some powder. Just because they are so dark, the powder kind of tones it down. If I can find my powder. Okay, this is powder I have right now. It's Milani. I'm not gonna set any of my other face looks. I kind of want to see how this foundation is at the end. Put some powder and just. Usually I use a different powder, but that will do. So they're a little dark today, but that's okay. Okay, the next thing I have is the eyeliner. This is called the Sex Kitten Tarte eyeliner. The cap has a little cat on it. It's so cute, but when you close it, it does really hurt. So I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow today. Actually, I might just set my lids with my powder in like a fluffy brush, just so it's just even. So I'm just taking my powder and just going over it. So the foundation did crease a little in my eyelids, but it's fine. I'm just gonna set it right now so it doesn't do that anymore throughout the day. Smooth this out with my finger. Go on my powder and set. Just setting that concealer underneath too. My concealer didn't crease though, but the foundation did in my eyelids, which happens pretty much all the time with me. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a simple line of eyeliner. I just want to see how it works. I don't know if you saw in the unboxing video, I got this on my hands and literally it would not come off like all day. It stayed and it set really fast too. Hiccup, sorry. So go ahead and try this. Take the cap off. And it's like the felt tip. I want to kind of try one that's a brush tip and see how I like it, because I've done felt tips like since the beginning of me doing makeup and I haven't really tried a brush tip. I just want to see the difference. Super black. It worked pretty good. Super, super black. And it goes on smooth. It doesn't skip at all. Okay, now for the other eye. Sorry if my... I just had a bunch of coffee, so this is a little difficult. My hand's like all shaky. Okay, that one's a little thick. Triangle my waterline just a little bit. You can kind of see where my lashes start. Cool. Let's see if it dries down matte or kind of shiny. I'm hoping it's matte because I don't really like the shiny. It hurts. I don't like the, like, it's cute, the cat thing, but I kind of wish it was like on the other end because it kind of hurts. Like dents in my... So let's see if that sets. Yep, it's set. I'm like rubbing on it and nothing's coming up. So that's pretty good. And it dries to a matte finish. It's matte. Cool. So that's the eyeliner. I am going to go on my lower lid with some color. I'll actually use... I thought I had a Tarte palette, but I don't. I'm going to use my Tarantino palette. I got this forever ago when the line went out, actually. If I can open it. I'll take that shimmery brown, just go on the lower lash line. Just to give it some color. I love this palette though, because these colors are just so pretty. Buff it out. Cool. Foundation still looks really nice. It's definitely set to like a powdery finish. If it's powdery, but you can still tell like it's still liquid foundation. I feel like maybe throughout the day I might get a little greasy just by how it feels. It's like slightly tacky, but it's mostly like powdery. So we'll see if it wears throughout the day. But yeah. Okay, and then, so next is mascara. I know I love this mascara. I've had it before. It's a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I love this mascara. I know I do. I used to have it a couple years ago. So let's go ahead and apply some of this. The brush is very, it's a basic brush. It has like the regular bristles, they're not like the rubbery, spiky ones. What I like most about this mascara is that it applies a good layer, but it also like really fans out your lashes. Like these will not clump with this mascara. The first couple times you use it, it's like kind of the liquidy side. But once it starts drying out slightly, it works really good at building up your, like the volume while still like fanning out your lashes. Like these will not clump, as I said. So yeah, this is one of my favorite mascaras. Like non-drugstore mascara. I think it's usually like 19. Yeah, it's just one time dipping into it, and see, you can like, they're really pretty, and then just go on the lower. The wand is like not too big and not too small, so you can do upper and lower. Like you won't have to get a different mascara to do the lower. And there you go. Love this mascara. Really quickly just do this. Eye. So yeah, once the house gets more settled, like settled in, we're pretty much done downstairs, like hanging up everything. I do wanna, I'm gonna actually order my wedding pictures today to get them printed, which, you know, a year later. And I want to get a couple like really blown up onto canvas, and then hang them up around the house. We have a staircase with a lot of wall room, and I want to do like family pictures going up the staircase. So I'm going to slowly start printing out a lot of pictures. But once the house is more settled, sorry, I'm like covering my face, I will take you guys on a tour and just kind of tell you about the process of buying a house too. It was our first time buying, and it was definitely stressful, and we had a lot of questions. So I'm sure anyone who's about to buy a house or is in the process, they have a lot of questions. My husband can probably answer them better than me. I was like changing positions at work in the middle of buying the house. And so one day, you know, you get a million emails a day, a million questions, a million papers to sign that you have to like do right away. And sometimes the papers like did not make sense. So one day I told my husband, like, I can't do this. Like, it's on you now. So he kind of took over, which I'm very thankful for. And he can probably tell you more about it. Okay, so there is the eyes. They're just my eyeliner, and then kind of like I smoked out my lower lash line. The foundation is really pretty. I'm pretty sure, I would say it's full coverage. I know this lighting is not the best. It's kind of better if I back up. But yeah, I like it. And the color is actually pretty good. I'll see in the sunlight. My sister's coming over, so she's like, that's too dark for you, or that's too light. So she'll tell me what she thinks. Okay, so last thing is the lip paint, the Tarte lip paint, and I got mine in the color Pillow Talk. My lips are really dry right now. I don't know if I have my like lip scrub anymore. I think I threw it away oh no, I have it. So it's just an e.l.f. lip scrub. Just kind of go over it. I'm not sure I really like this lip scrub because it actually kind of really hurts. Just use it right now. Wipe off the extra. Yeah, I had like a lot of dead skin on my lips. This is probably gross, I'm sorry. First impression. See, that would have been something I would have edited out. I don't know, I had the lid, but close that up. Okay. Now I'll put some chapstick on. Okay, I tried this on yesterday, like haphazardly, and the color was kind of in, but I swatched it in my hand, and again, it would like not come off for the life of me. So I finally got off today with actual like makeup remover, the Micellar Water Cleanser from Garnier. So it's like a doe foot applicator. It has a little like dip into it. It's really pretty. It smells like kind of chemically, which I'm not a big fan of. It's definitely not one of those lip paints that like smells like cupcakes or vanilla frosting. Dennis. And this one kind of definitely needs layers. It's not super opaque. So I'm gonna put it on by itself, and then I'm gonna do like lip liner around it. I just want you guys to see it by itself. But by itself, it's very pale, and I feel like I need some liner around it. But it is pretty. It's just like a really soft nude pink, like with peachy undertones. Okay, but I am gonna go around it with a lip liner if I can find one. Nude Beige by NYX is what I'm gonna use, and it's kind of just gonna define my outer lip line so it doesn't look so. And I'm gonna kind of color in the corners so that the lipstick's more just like a highlight. This is like one of my favorite lip liners though. Kinda. And then I might go over it a little bit more with the lipstick just so I can blend in the edges, which I'm gonna wipe off the excess. And that's that. Definitely a very nude lip, but it does work well. It is a little streaky. That's probably like my least favorite thing out of everything. Otherwise, I really like everything that I use. The foundation, probably one of my favorites. I really compare it to my Estee Lauder Double Wear that I'm trying out right now. It has like the same finish, the same coverage. It sets really fast. It works in the same way. This one just feels a little bit more on the oily side on the skin, but I also didn't set it with the powder. So I'm sure if I set it with the powder, it'd be fine. But I really like this. Sorry, I'm like hiccuping. This is really pretty. It's really subtle, very natural looking. You can use this without makeup. I would totally use this if I just wore it, like just did my eyebrows and like mascara. I would put this on my cheeks and kind of like run out the door. This is really pretty, but it is on the subtle side. What else? Mascara, I know I loved. This brush Picks up a lot of product. It is super soft and it blends really easily. I really like this brush. I also want to try their big kabuki brush that they're used with like the Amazon Clay foundation. I heard that's really good. Eyeliner is really nice. Where did I put it? It's really nice. It dries matte. It does not budge when you put it on, which I really like. And it's a good formula. What else? Is that it? Lipstick I like. And the color is kind of iffy. It's a little bit streaky, but it is pretty. And it does dry down and does not move no matter what you do. I even put like oil on this yesterday and it didn't move. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my first impressions of the Tarte products that I got. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. Maybe I'll update you in the next video, but I really like it so far, and that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. And let me know if you like the live version of a first impression. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.